Hi guys, thank you for tuning in. This is Annalisa, and today's reading is What is the essence of my soul work? So this can relate to your personal life, your personal experience and relationships, but it could also relate to your career and what you're here to bring through in your career. So it's it's the essence of what you are sort of channeling through as a being for this lifetime, or one of the things that you're channeling through, because there's many, of course. So this is just what to be aware of at the moment. And so please tune in and pick your group. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And what I've done is I've picked 3 cards. One card is for the overall theme of what you're bringing through. The other cards, one is for how you embody it, and the other one is for how you bring it through, in what kind of way. So it's a shortish reading, but I really love. I had a little look at some of the cards, and I really love what's come through. So I think this is really great for all of you. So go to the timestamp, and we can get started. Hi, group number 1. Thank you for tuning in. So for you, the main essence of what you're bringing through. So we have the card, can we see there? Searing Presence. And this is Goddess Maya and the Ruby Aura Quartz, number 49. And for your embodiment of it, we have Saint Germain, Karma Releasing. And this says, move beyond drama, create your own path, and make room for good energy. And then we have Laced, Moon's Daughter, number 38. And this is how you bring it through. So this is really beautiful. Basically, the Searing Presence, this card, this is all about being authentically true and real. You are someone who is able to embody that personally, and also help others bring through it by embodying it. So what I mean by this is you are someone who is able to be the absolute truth of a situation. You're able to be bold and courageous with how you feel or how you say or what you do, and to be absolutely authentic and real within that. You're not afraid of either being seen as someone who's a rebel, or someone who stirs things up, or someone who changes something, and you're not afraid also to follow the line and toe the line when you need to, and go with the flow, because you've got that ability to move between different ways of being, and because of that, you're very brave. Actually, you're very truthful about yourself and who you are and what's going on inside you, and you bring that through. And I feel like because of that, you're able to be a very passionate person. You've got the ability to really revitalize people, or revitalize yourself, and to bring through this dynamic and energy and movement within people, because we also have karma releasing of how you embody this. So this is about, this is very spiritual, very wise, very clever. And I think because you're able to be so present with these different truths, it's like they can go, they can move, and it's how they shift. When truths come to light, it's like, you just need to know something for it to change or to move. So because you're able to stay with people's truths, or with your truths, you allow them to release. And this is the ending of karmic cycles, which is so powerful and so needed and so important, because that's really how we're shifting, right, from 3D to 5D, is by releasing of the karma. It's only left is karma. The earth is already 5D. It's just the karma that we hold within us. So your kind of role is so important in shifting us and moving us into that new vibration, because by allowing the old ways, the old patterns and habits of thinking, of being, that we hold in our ancestry and our lineage, by shifting that, we're allowing everyone to ascend, not just ourselves. So either you embodying it for yourself or working with others to do that is very, very powerful. And then we have Lace, the Moon's Daughter, which I absolutely love, because she's all about being the light in the dark. She's she's a blinding light. She's wild, she's naked, she's free, but she's got wings and she flies. She's kind of tricksy. If you see her little she's got a cheeky little grin, you see, and then she's kind of leaning on this squished sort of cheeky little chap down here as well. And it's like, she's not afraid to go in and play with the dark and look at the devil in the eye and have a joke with him and then fly on. You know, it's someone who's really able to navigate the underworld, and that's kind of part of what I feel your experience generally is, that because you can hold these things, you don't judge people. And this is really important. You're not a judgmental person. You know, it's just about patterns and about life and about what people have been through, and that those things need to be released and moved on. So you're able to really support people in accepting themselves and being who they are, being authentic and true and in their own presence, by doing it yourselves or through the work that you do. So yeah, and you're both spiritual and very physical. You're really able to integrate the earthly realms and the spiritual astral realms as well. I feel like you combine these. So that was your reading number 1. I hope that resonated. Please comment, like, subscribe, share, and thank you for tuning in. Excuse me. Okay. Hi, group number 2. Thank you for tuning in. So we have Sacred Pleasure, number 44. And this is Goddess Bastet, which is an Egyptian goddess, and the cat's eye. Okay, and then we have Radha, which is Soul Flame. And it says, rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. And then we have 2 fairy oracle cards came through for you. We've got the Bright Mother and we've got Honesty. Okay, so I'm going to give like a kind of general overview, and then there's a specific message for this group as well, which may or may not resonate. But for all of you, Sacred Pleasure is about being able to find the fun in the difficulty, the happiness in the pain. For some of you, this may be very easy, and for some of you it may be really challenging because you've been through a lot. Quite likely a lot of people in this group have been through a big soul journey and through a lot of transformation and darkness, actually. And so what you're kind of experiencing is experiencing those difficulties and those challenges in order to bring through the lightness and the simple joy and humility and fun of life, because actually the real real fun and peace and love can be found in very simple and humble ways, and this is the essence of this card and this energy is being able to navigate all these experiences. Because you've had darkness, because you've had despair, you're able to find the light and find happiness and find joy. So it may be through your work that you bring this kind of experience through for people. Some of you may be someone who is creating situations, events, relationships, or within your family life where you're bringing in pleasure. You're giving people the space to be free and have fun and play, and to forget about the pain. Both accepting it, but then being able to transcend it for a little bit, and you do that in a very nurturing and loving way. So Radha is very much about being committed and nurturing to relationships and to people, and so is the Bright Mother. So they're almost the same energy in a sense. It's very, very kind of holding and loving. And also with Honesty, it's about being able to excuse me, it's about having the ability to be completely truthful and clear and have clarity about life, about the challenges and about the beauty, and in a very kind of simple, sweet way. You look at his face there, and it's very humble. It's very sweet, and there's something very humble about this. Even though it's about pleasure and fun, it's very grounded and loving and nurturing. Okay, and there is also, so I'm going more into a more specific message here. There's definitely a strong message about relationship here. definitely about being in sacred relationship and about sexuality and pleasure and sexuality and being able to bring that through. You know, with the Bright Mother, she's quite, you know, she's naked, but, you know, there's quite saucy kind of characters here. There's a bit of shadow. It's a bit light and dark. You know, it's being able to play with those different elements and to bring through the spirituality. You know, then Radha feels very pure and spiritual. It's about being able to combine these into sexuality so that there's something very deep and truthful. You know, the truth of sexuality is that we're neither the virgin or the whore, men or women. You know, we are a combination and we meet in the middle. So combining these different elements. And then also for this group, for many of you tuning in, this is also confirmation of your twin flame journey, because these are very much twin flame cards. Majority will be divine feminine watching. Just, I know the majority of women who watch are female, but also there are men as well. So it's just a reminder that you are on this journey, and this journey is about finding the pleasure within the challenge of it, and about being able to hold a nurturing and loving space for yourself and therefore for your twin flame, and having honesty, having clarity about that journey, because, you know, knowing that you're on it can really help, because it's about being able to see the truth of something, the reality of something which maybe other people don't get or don't understand, because, you know, there's a lot said about twin flame relationships, and there's a lot of great information, but there's a lot of misleading information. It's talked about a lot, I think far more than is actually likely true for relationships. So it's about having this honesty with yourself about I know that I am, you know, I know deep within me that this is something that's true, and it's, you know, it's an unfolding process for everyone. No one knows all the answers about what it's all about and where it's going, but we know that it's a soul journey and a soul process and a path to enlightenment and to ascension for the earth. So having that kind of reality around it, this is confirmation for you. If you're watching and you're uncertain, am I or am I not, then this is confirmation. Yes, you are. It's painful, but there's pleasure to be found on the journey, and of course ultimately at the union stage, which may, you know, you can choose. It's a choice. This is a really big important thing, I think, with twin flame journey. It's a choice whether you want to go on it or not. And of course there's many benefits from going through it, but also a lot of peace and happiness and pleasure not going on it. So, you know, you can be honest with yourself about how far you want to take it, whether you want to go with it. It doesn't have to all happen instantly or in this lifetime. It's about a process and a journey. So, to all of you on that journey, good luck, and I hope it goes well for you. And then generally, you know, this group is very much about having compassion, having nurturing, having this sense of holding and loving, because when you're able to hold space and hold clarity of space and truthful space, then it becomes a playground. You know, life becomes a playground. They say with children, you know, they need to feel safe in order to play. If they don't have that secure attachment to a parent, then they don't feel safe to go out into the world and do what they're supposed to do, you know, have fun and all that kind of thing. So it's about healing those kind of wounds within yourself or others, and creating that space that you are able to play, or others are able to play as well. Okay, thank you, group number 2. I hope that resonated. Please let me know, and please like, comment, subscribe, share, that kind of stuff. Thank you. Hi, group number 3. Thank you for tuning in. So the card you got for the main essence of what you bring through is divine perfection. And I'm just giggling because this doesn't mean you have to be perfect, but you are, but you're not, but you are, you know, it's that kind of thing, that kind of energy. I'll go into it more in a sec. And then we have how you embody it. We have the Shekinah, which is sacred self, and it says, unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. And then how you bring this all through is we have the Bodacious Bodak. So this is pretty fun. Divine perfection, you know, it's the imperfection as perfection and the perfection is imperfection, is that kind of duality that that both everything is exactly where you're meant to be. You're exactly where you're meant to be. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You've said the right things. You've done the right things. Everything is, you're divinely guided. You're on the track. You're on the path. That is what you can both embody and reassure in others. So it's this ability to hold that kind of space where people can kind of relax and just go like, oh yeah, everything's going to be fine. It's that kind of space that you create within you or physically. And it's also about this play between you are exactly where you're meant to be and everything is fine, but you can have anything you want in the world as well. It's the balance, the polarity, this kind of duality of understanding and experience that you are able to bring through and help people understand and manage, because in life it's very easy to get caught on them where I want to be, where I should be, but I'm okay here right now, so how do I be happy here and know there and know I'm going there? And it's that kind of conflict that people can get caught in, but you are someone who's able to embody that and live that. So you're actually a very powerful person. With this Shekinah, I feel it's like you can embody it, you own that, and you own that by both being very grounded and measured, but also by being very wild and free and kind of carefree. It's like it's a really strong, powerful energy that you can hold in yourself for others. So this could be just what you embody, or actually how you help others by being able to move between these different spaces. And also what this comes through with is that the Bodacious Bodak, how you bring this through. The Bodak is kind of known as a bit of a meddler. It's a bit of a fixer. You kind of sneak into your house and tidy things up, which essentially is a very helpful thing, but it's a bit annoying. So I don't know. I don't want to say you are, but people might find you a little bit annoying because you can kind of dig in or understand what needs to be tidied, the loose ends that need to be tidied up, what needs to be fixed, what needs to be put in order. You might have a sense of that, and it can maybe frustrate people a little bit because people don't want people to be seen. They don't want those things to be seen about themselves. Excuse me. But what the thing is, you do this from a very loving place and from a very sweet and honest and compassionate place where you really want to help people and help people change and be the best. You want people to be the best they can be. And so you kind of go in with that intention. And this card, this reading, check your own discernment if this feels relevant or not, but it's kind of suggesting that is how you can do things, or how you might want to do things, because it can be a bit cheeky and a bit playful, and it's a little bit annoying, but it kind of gets people, to get on and do things. And you are, you're a very powerful person. I feel like you have the ability, because you're able to have this sense of balance between being and doing, that you can actually be very successful. You might be someone who can achieve quite a lot in your life, or have achieved a lot because you have this understanding of acceptance and moving on. So you're also able to embody that for people. I always feel like this woman is a bit of a rock star somehow. She's like, I feel like she's owning her power. And so I feel you're probably quite empowered people, and that can annoy other people. But also, very important to check the love connection. You are coming from your heart. You are coming from a loving space. And I feel this is a little bit of a, just watch how you do it as well. Definitely, you're absolutely meant to kind of shake things up or shake people up a little bit, but check you're doing it from your heart. Check it's coming from a loving place at all times, because otherwise you are going to get that kickback where it's unwanted advice. It's always like, can I give you some advice about something? Or I just was feeling like, do you want me to tell you about blah blah blah? I don't know, just like introducing something. But I get a sense for a lot of you that you're pretty bold people, and you might not have time for that. Might not be interested in that. But just to be aware, that's something that's going to come up. If you're not bothered by that kind of opinion from others, then let it go. And anything else? Yeah, this there's a lot of divine, like sacred geometry in this as well. So I feel like space is very important with you, and like decluttering space, clear space, having a very either creating or living and or having this kind of purity of of space, and also of self. Like really, you're someone who's really able to love themselves and honor themselves. So also you're a real beacon for that in life, that of how to respect yourself and look after yourself and value yourself. So thank you, group number 3. I hope that resonated. Please let me know below. And thanks for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, that kind of thing. Okay. Sort my hair out. Okay, hi, group number 4. So, for you guys, your essence. So we have as your crystal card, the vision. Can you see this? Very beautiful. It's very, very clear message and energy for this group. This is the vision for your how you embody it. We have Mahavatar Babaji. Look at the similarity in the colors and the sacred geometry. You can see. Sorry, you can see here just like the kind of that blue color. I mean, maybe this color is really powerful to you, but it's very much about wisdom and communication and this ability to see and see clearly. And then we have the fairies of the future. Okay, so it's a very powerful, very, very powerful combination, this group of cards. The vision, you know, it's kind of straightforward, this message. You have the ability to see. You have the ability to have perspective. You have the ability to understand from a distance, to take a step back and observe something from as a whole and see the patterns, see the potential, see the pitfalls and the potential. You know, you're able to see everything and you're able to create from that. You're able to have an understanding of where things could change or how things could move forward. So this is like the future, you know, the fairies of the future, being able to take things forward, take things into a new place. So you are essentially, you're a visionary, okay? You're someone who has that ability to take humanity or take society or civilization or technology or healing skills or whatever it is. You're able to take it to another level, take it to a new place. And you very much, you might be a kind of ideas person. You know, you might be the person who is, who comes up with the concepts, who comes up with the plan, and you might need other people to help things be executed. But you are absolutely communicating some kind of perspective. You may be someone who's psychic or channel also, who can bring through messages from other realms, astral realms, other beings, and you know, predict the future. You might have prophetic dreams or visions, and you're able to use those to help have a perspective on current reality or on current situations, and to evolve them and advance them to new levels. Also strong communication, you know, with the channeling, it's the ability to have some wisdom and insight around and being able to communicate that, being able to communicate these different perspectives, how to translate that, how to share that with people. Okay, and I think this is the main message for you. I mean, there is a sacred geometry coming through as well, so you may also be, I'm just feeling like this ability to astral travel and this like the Merkaba, you know, having a very strong Merkaba and being able to use that to move to different dimensions. You may be like a portal keeper, like a gateway keeper, and able to navigate different realms and bring things through from different places and different spaces, and you know, from the past and the future, and integrate these to give perspective and understanding. Okay. And through this, one more thing is this not just expansion of movement and sight, but also of consciousness. So you're someone who is able to expand consciousness and awareness of yourself and therefore society. So people may come to you for like understanding things, having new insight into things, because you're quite likely able to be quite wise in your understanding and your thoughts and bring through a lot of wisdom for people. Okay, group number 4. I hope that resonated. Please let me know. I'd love to know how these connect to people's lives and work. Please share below. Or if you are a channel or something, share your links and things below. This is all a big sharing space. So thank you for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Hi, group number 5. Hello, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful one. Okay, so for the main essence of what you bring through, we have she shall always prevail. This is Goddess Isis and the Isis crystal. So definitely you are connected to Isis. We have, as your way of bringing things through, we have Paul the Venetian, which is experiencing grace. It says, share your gifts with grace, waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. And then how you bring this through to the world is she of the Kruak. So this is a very strong feminine energy. Some of you may be male watching, but you have this a strong feminine essence to you, or you're able to bring through. It's a very beautiful divine feminine through the masculine, which is absolutely beautiful. So first of all, the kind of the essence that you bring through. So Isis went through so many trials. She went through a lot in her life. It was very challenging, but she always kept her heart open. This is how she became so strong. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a cough. How she became so strong is because, her heart was broken. She went through so much tough stuff, but she kept her heart open throughout that, so that it expanded and expanded, and it's this gift of unconditional love. It's this ability to keep loving no matter what, this ability to keep nurturing and keep holding, which is this very feminine energy, which is essentially what this card about how you bring it through is. It's the feminine chalice. It's the ability to hold and nurture and hold love no matter what. So it's like you're someone who is able to be very forgiving, very compassionate, very nurturing, very holding, and you do this with grace, with beauty, with the arts. This is very much about the arts and creative people. So you may be an artist of some kind as well, or use drama and dance, that kind of stuff, the arts, to bring through this ability to nurture and care and love. And you are someone who is very brave and humble and sweet and very beautiful. You have an absolute beautiful, shining, clear aura because you've been through things and you've been through struggles and difficulties, but you're able to have transmuted them and to alchemize them and change them so that it makes you grow and become a very sweet, beautiful person. We've also got the Isis lineage, and we've got the rose here, I just noticed as well. And this, I'm really drawn to Mary Magdalene for this group as well, because this is the Isis lineage, the school of Isis, and the ability to, for some of you, you'd be twin flame, you'd be divine feminine, twin flame, and holding that energy for a relationship, and for the divine masculine. But you are very much here to hold the essence of the divine feminine within this earth and within this time, and so if you want some guidance around that, it's suggesting the arts, these kind of feminine ways of communicating that and being that. It's very much about being. You're really, this card is not so much about taking action. It's not the yang energy. It's about the yin energy. It's about the holding, the presence, the being, and that beingness of strength. It's absolute vulnerability and strength within vulnerability, and from that still place. It's quite high priestess energy. So you may be a channel, you may be someone who's kind of bringing through other realms and other beings and your psychic gifts, because this is the way of the goddess, and the way of the priestess is actually through the arts, and also through maybe cooking, or through offering a service, through offering some kind of nourishment, some kind of nurture, some kind of support, and like medical as well. I'm feeling like people who offer healing, and who are involved in things like midwives, or nurses, doctors. I don't know, I'm getting a kind of medical sense for some of you watching. But this holding space, creating space, being that within your life. You might be the person within your family and friends' lives that people go to when they're in trouble, when they're in difficulty, because you're able to hold that, you're able to nurture them. Or it might be in your professional life that you bring this through, or both. So yeah, very pure, very beautiful, very sweet energy. And this is also, I feel I want to remind you to offer this to yourself as well, that you really need to nurture yourself and hold yourself within this beautiful space, so you can keep holding it for others. Okay, it needs to be embodied within your essence, in your life, so that you can be that container for others. Okay, so thank you so much, group number 5. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'd love to know if this resonates, or how it resonates with you. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. Okay, hi, group number 6. So the cards we have for you, the main essence of what you bring through, we have Angel Isda and Carnelian, and it's nourishment. And then the how you embody this is Green Tara, Supreme Protection. And this also says, you are protected, cords are being cut, move beyond limitation, trust. And then we have DoTerra of the Waters, and for me this card is about healing. It's about purification and healing. Okay, so it's quite a clear message, I feel, for this group, which is very much about being a healer, being someone who nourishes and heals and protects. Potentially, I know a lot of you watching will be female, so in this kind of feminine space, but for men as well, this is also for men who are very much healers and holding that kind of loving fatherly space as well. So however this flies for you, this can be personally, it can also be professionally. It may be something you want to do professionally if you're not already. If you're thinking like, oh, maybe I should go into healing work, then this is absolutely confirmation that you should, because it's completely part of your gift. So nourishment, this can be on all levels, okay? So it can be physical, it can be you're a cook, you make wonderful, nourishing food for people. It can be on an energetic level, you're a spiritual healer, you're someone who's able to transmute and channel energy through people's bodies. It can be on an emotional level, you're able to make people feel happy, to help them release difficulties and to feel supported and heard. You might be a good counselor or listener, that kind of thing. So nourishment in all senses of the word, and also about helping people to accept it, because sometimes people don't want to feel nourished, or it's hard to receive that because there can be some guilt or some shame about receiving, but you are able to help them feel that and to take that on. You're able to provide that space. And yeah, with DoTerra of the Water, for me, it's very much about being able to let things go, purify things, release things, and to detoxify. So you help detoxify people as well. So it's this cycle or circular motion of both being able to release and detoxify and then take in. So they can take in love, or you can take in love and nourishment and being held and supported. With Green Tara, this is how you embody it. What I feel is there's a little bit of a message in this for you, is that just to remind yourself about looking after yourself and your own energy and protecting yourself. So always cord cutting, because you are likely someone who is empathic or psychic, and so you maybe take on other people's energies very easily. So it's really important for you to cut cords every day, to clear your energy, however you do that, with crystals or saging or salt baths or like sweating like in a run, whatever it is, how you purify yourself. just really important to keep doing that, but also a reminder that you are looked after by spirit on this work, and to always remember to call in spirit and protect yourself with spirit, because it really wants you to deliver this and is going to nurture you yourself. You know, you need your own nourishment, you need your own care. So if you feel like you're doing this kind of work, or you want to do this kind of work, but you feel tired or drained, then you really need to step back for a bit and just find out how you can nourish yourself first, because you become ill, right, if you're not looking after yourself enough. So find what works for you. It's different for everyone. Find just what makes you feel happy, you know, what's a bit of fun sometimes, just something that makes you laugh. Excuse me, laugh. Or just makes you feel relaxed, or just you know, you need nourishment too, is the ultimate thing, because if you are not nourished, you can't fully nourish others, not to your full capacity. So to know yourself first is really, really important. And I feel like you're someone who's quite sensual as well. I feel like you're someone who's you know, likes touch, or likes engagement. You're very healing, physically very healing presence to be around, and touch might be really important for you. So engaging with that in your life, or with yourself, you know, touching your own body, healing your own body through touch might be really powerful for you. Okay, so that's my message for you, number 6. I hope that resonated. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know below, comment, subscribe if you like my videos, and thank you. I'll speak to you again soon.